Alex and Emily had been married for 8 years, building what looked like the perfect life in their cozy New York apartment. He was a driven marketing executive, always chasing the next promotion, while she was the sweetest elementary school teacher you'd ever meet, warm, patient, and completely devoted. Emily lived for Alex. She'd stay up late preparing his favorite meals after his exhausting days, leave little love notes in his briefcase, and cheer louder than anyone when he landed a big client. She sacrificed her own dreams to support his, always smiling and saying, "As long as you're happy, I'm happy." But lately, Alex felt restless. The routine bored him. He craved excitement, something more thrilling than quiet evenings on the couch. That's when Sophia entered the picture, a stunning, ambitious colleague with a laugh that turned heads and eyes that promised adventure. It started with harmless flirting over office coffee, late night emails about work turning personal, then drinks after successful pitches. One business trip changed everything. A few too many glasses of wine, a hotel room, and Alex crossed the line he swore he'd never cross. He told himself it was just physical, that Emily wouldn't understand the pressure he was under. Sophia made him feel young, desired, alive. Meanwhile, back home, Emily sensed the distance. Alex came home later. His hugs felt rushed. His phone buzzed with messages he quickly hid. But instead of confronting him, Emily tried harder. She planned surprise date nights, wore the dresses he once loved, packed lunches with heartfelt messages like, "You're my everything." Her love poured out one-sided, pure, and unwavering, even as Alex pulled away. What Alex didn't know was that Emily's world was about to explode with joy. After years of hoping, she finally discovered she was pregnant with twins. Her heart burst with happiness. She imagined telling Alex, watching his face light up as they planned their future family. That same week, on a whim while buying prenatal vitamins, she picked up a lottery ticket. That night, alone in their apartment, she checked the numbers. One by one, they matched. $500 million. Tears streamed down her face as she clutched the ticket, dreaming of the house they'd buy, the travels, the security for their babies. She decided to keep it secret, planning the most romantic surprise reveal on their anniversary. But Alex was already too far gone. Sophia whispered in his ear constantly, "You deserve more. Leave her. We could be amazing together." Guilt gnawed at him, but he pushed it down. He started nitpicking at home, complaining about bills, chores, anything to justify his growing resentment. Emily apologized for things that weren't her fault, begged him to open up, even suggested couples therapy. "I love you more than anything, Alex. We can fix this." Her voice trembled with care, but he shut her out. Finally, he made the decision. He filed for divorce quietly, telling himself it was kinder this way. One rainy evening, he sat her down in their living room. "Emily, I want a divorce," he said flatly, staring at the floor. Her world shattered. She begged, cried, asked what she had done wrong. "Please, tell me how to make this right." But Alex lied straight to her face. "I've fallen out of love. It's not you, it's me." He couldn't admit the affair, couldn't face the truth. Emily, heartbroken beyond words, didn't fight back with her secrets. She was too devastated, too proud to beg a man who no longer wanted her. Still protecting the life inside her, she whispered, "If that's what you want, then go." Alex packed a bag that night and left, moving in with Sophia. Within weeks, he proposed with a flashy ring, blinded by her promises of passion and luxury. They planned a big wedding, and Alex felt free, convinced he'd made the right choice. Emily, alone and crushed, claimed her winnings anonymously. She hired the best lawyers for a swift, quiet divorce, signed the papers with a steady hand, and focused on her health. She moved to a peaceful suburb, started decorating a nursery filled with soft blues and pinks, feeling her twins kick as her only comfort. Nights were the hardest, crying over old photos, wondering how the man she loved so deeply could abandon her. Alex, meanwhile, ignored the subtle warnings. Sophia began demanding expensive gifts, criticizing his modest tastes, flirting with others right in front of him. But he brushed it off, too wrapped up in the honeymoon phase. Rumors started trickling through mutual friends. Emily seemed different, glowing, maybe even prosperous. Alex laughed them off. He was building his new life. Why look back? Little did he know, the biggest shock of his life was coming. Emily's twins were growing strong, her fortune secure, and the man who threw her away was about to face the consequences of his betrayal. The pain was just beginning, and regret would hit harder than he ever imagined. Months flew by, and Emily welcomed her beautiful twins into the world, a boy named Liam and a girl named Lily. Holding them for the first time, all the heartbreak faded into pure joy. With her fortune, she built a loving home, but stayed grounded. She drove a simple car, dressed modestly, and poured her energy into raising her children with values. She even started a charity helping single mothers, turning her pain into purpose. Emily blossomed, strong, independent, and surrounded by family who adored her and the babies that Alex's fairy tale, on the other hand, crumbled fast. He married Sophia in a lavish ceremony, honeymooned in paradise, but reality struck hard. Sophia's spending was relentless. Designer clothes, luxury vacations, demand for a bigger house. Alex worked endless hours to keep up, but it was never enough. Arguments erupted constantly. She'd snap at him for small things, belittle his efforts, while he missed Emily's quiet support, her warm meals, her genuine pride in him. Then Sophia announced she was pregnant. Alex forced a smile, but inside, panic set in. This wasn't the joy he'd imagined with Emily. Fights worsened. Sophia threatened to leave if he didn't provide more. One sleepless night, haunted by memories, Alex scrolled through old photos of Emily. Her radiant smile, their happy moments. Regret started creeping in, but he buried it deeper. Fate delivered the blow at a work conference. Overhearing gossip about a local lottery winner funding charities, curiosity pulled him to search online. There she was, Emily at an event, beaming with Liam and Lily in her arms. The article revealed everything. The $500 million win right before the divorce. The twins he never knew existed. It hit him like lightning. She was pregnant when he left her alone. She had won the jackpot days before he shattered her heart. Alex's knees buckled. He sat in his car, sobbing uncontrollably. What have I done? Guilt crushed him. He had cheated on the most loving woman, abandoned her at her most vulnerable, traded true devotion for superficial lust. He tried reaching out through friends, but Emily protected her peace fiercely. She had moved on, focusing on her children's laughter, their first steps, building a life without him. That Sophia's mask slipped completely. She admitted the affair was fun, but she expected more money, more status. When Alex couldn't deliver, she filed for separation, demanding half of what little he had left. Broke and jobless after his performance tanked, Alex hit rock bottom in a tiny apartment, regretting every selfish choice. Emily's one-sided love haunted him. How she cared through his worst days, forgave endlessly, while he repaid her with betrayal. Desperate for redemption, Alex wrote a long apology letter. I was the biggest fool. You were my real jackpot. Your love, our family, everything. I'm so sorry. He volunteered at her charity anonymously, catching glimpses of her happiness from afar. Emily read the letter, felt a pang of old pain, but replied firmly, I've healed. Be better for yourself. She had started dating a kind doctor who cherished her and adored the twins, showing her what real partnership felt like. The final twist came when Sophia miscarried amid their chaos, amplifying Alex's losses. He sought therapy, rebuilt slowly with a new job, and sent anonymous support for the kids, respecting boundaries. Years passed. At the twins' school play, paths crossed unexpectedly. Alex's eyes filled with tears seeing Liam and Lily, his spitting image. They're incredible, he whispered. Emily nodded softly. Time moved forward without mercy, and Emily gave birth to two perfect miracles, a bouncing boy named Liam and a precious girl named Lily. The moment she held them, every ounce of pain from Alex's betrayal melted away, replaced by a fierce, unbreakable love. With her fortune safely invested, she created a warm, beautiful home filled with laughter and security, yet she stayed humble. No flashy cars or designer wardrobes. She wanted her children grounded, teaching them kindness and gratitude above all. She poured her heart into a charity for single mothers, turning her hardest days into hope for others. Emily glowed brighter than ever, strong, confident, and completely at peace that Alex's new world, meanwhile, started cracking almost immediately after the extravagant wedding. Sophia wasted no time draining his savings. Endless shopping sprees, demands for exotic trips, complaints that their apartment wasn't grand enough. Alex worked brutal hours to keep her happy, but nothing satisfied her. Fights exploded over money, over attention, over everything. She mocked his efforts, flirted openly with other men, and made him feel small. Deep down, Alex began comparing. He missed Emily's gentle encouragement, her home-cooked meals made with love, the way she celebrated his smallest wins without expecting anything back. Then Sophia dropped her own bombshell. She was pregnant. Alex smiled on the outside, but inside he felt trapped, not joyful. This wasn't the family excitement he'd once dreamed of with Emily. The arguments grew vicious. Sophia screamed that he wasn't providing enough, threatened to leave if he didn't step up. Exhausted and doubting everything, Alex lay awake at night, scrolling through old photos of Emily, her radiant smile cutting him like a knife. Regret whispered louder each day, but he still wouldn't admit the truth to himself. Everything shattered at a routine work conference. During a coffee break, he overheard colleagues buzzing about a mysterious local lottery winner quietly funding massive education projects and single-parent support. Curiosity pulled him to his phone. He searched, and there it was, an article featuring Emily at a charity gala, proudly holding Liam and Lily, looking happier and more beautiful than ever. The headline screamed the impossible. Former teacher wins $500 million shortly before quiet divorce. Now raising twins alone as a philanthropist. The dates lined up perfectly. She won days before he left her. She was already carrying their twins when he walked out. Alex's world stopped. He stumbled to his car, collapsed in the driver's seat, and sobbed like never before. $500 million. Twins. His twins. He had abandoned the woman who loved him most when she needed him greatest. All for a woman who never truly cared. The weight of his stupidity crushed him. He cheated on pure devotion, threw away a ready-made family and unimaginable wealth for empty passion that turned toxic. Guilt ate him alive that he tried reaching out. Messages through old friends, desperate calls, but Emily had built unbreakable walls to protect her peace and her children. She blocked every attempt, focusing instead on bedtime stories, first steps, and tiny hands reaching for her. Alex spiraled. Sophia finally showed her true colors. The affair was thrilling, but she expected a richer lifestyle. When he couldn't deliver, she packed her bags, hired a ruthless lawyer, and took half of what little remained. Job performance tanked, he got fired, and soon he was alone in a cramped, dingy apartment, staring at walls that closed in. Rock bottom, forced change. Alex started therapy, faced his selfishness head-on, and slowly rebuilt with a modest new job. He wrote Emily a raw, tear-stained letter confessing everything. How blind and cruel he'd been, how she was the real treasure he lost, how sorry he was for the irreplaceable pain. He volunteered anonymously at her charity, watching from a distance as she laughed with the twins, his heart breaking and healing at once. Emily read the letter, felt old wounds ache, but responded with quiet strength. I've forgiven for my sake and the children's, but we don't need you in our lives. Grow from this. Life moved on. Emily met a gentle pediatric doctor who adored her fiercely and treated Liam and Lily like his own, showing her daily what mutual respect felt like. Alex sent anonymous support for the kids, never pushing boundaries, learning to live with consequences. Years later, fate brought them face-to-face at the twins' school holiday performance. Alex stood frozen as Liam and Lily ran on stage, their faces mirroring his own. Tears streamed down his cheeks. After the show, He approached cautiously. They're incredible, he managed, voice cracking. Emily met his eyes calmly. They are. Thank you for letting us go. We found our happiness. Alex nodded, whispered a final apology, and walked away forever changed. He never stopped regretting, but he became a better man because of it. Emily thrived as the heart of her family, proving that true wealth lies in love that endures and strength that rises from ashes. And that's the full story. Everyone, a heartbreaking warning about betrayal and a powerful reminder that the greatest jackpots in life are the loyal hearts standing right beside us. Cherish them before it's too late. If this emotional ride moved you, hit like, drop a comment telling me, could you forgive Alex, or is some betrayal unforgivable? Subscribe and turn on notifications for more stories that hit straight to the soul. See you in the next one.